On my increasing weight, my friends started advising me far too many things to how to control this weight and back to my six packs. So they advised me yoga. Though I was not very fond of yoga, being a soldier, we are more oriented towards running and the sports oriented physical fitness or physical activities. It's a new thing. I said, okay, let me explore and this thing. So these days, one of the finest and the best and the only Baba is the Google Baba. I started searching for the yoga instructors. And strange, I hit a very strange name. I had heard about him, but I did not know much in detail. You see, maybe those days my preoccupations were different. And the name was Dhirendra Brahmachari. There was an article on him and his book Yogasanan. So interesting, I just read it, and yesterday night was so captivating and unique that I could read those 50 pages on the net itself. So today I'll share about Dhirendra Brahmachari, whom I had no interaction and I have never met him. I've read for the first time in detail. And this on the screen there was some very good photographs of his, impressive, and I was taken by his unusually handsome appearance. Tall, ramrod, straight with cleanest sparkling eyes one can see. You know, his gossamer thin dhoti worn in the days when everybody else accompanying he was putting long coats and sweaters and high necks. He was nothing. That means it was photographs taken in the month of January, December. It was cold. You see, anyone will catch this sight of this impressive scene when everybody is clad so overclad to beat the winter, and this fellow in a very thin muslin dhoti. To just imagine his physical fitness. He must have been the living example of what he taught and practiced those days. He had more charisma, I'm sure, than any other yogi, contemporary yogis or sadhus or swamis that time. And the article ended with his fall also. So, after having read his rise and fall, instantly my mind, because he was such charismatic, he had such his own jets. At next moment he's flying to various Italy, France, Paris, where not, and his accessibility to all the highfalutin who's who in India is amazing. And suddenly losing it all to banning from the TV, whole lot of things, you see. So I was reminded of Akbar Allahabadi's biting satire. पूछा कि शगुल क्या है, कहने लगे गुरुजी बस राम नाम जपना, चेलों कमाल अपना. When I asked what to do, what do you do, came the Guruji's reply, nothing but taking the name of the Lord and the disciples' property. So this is what the Dhirendra Brahmachari was. Before I say go further what I read, it also have a small short paragraph on his background of this gentleman. Born in a village in Madhubani, somewhere in Bihar, and he was a yoga guru who taught Kundalini yoga. A man with no official standing, but awesome power, direct access to the then Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, a political Swami, or the power behind the throne, dhoti clad, jet-setting yogi. And he was also the most controversial figure in the Gandhi camp. a man of influence and a man of contradictions, a man who was feared yet respected, yogi with definite political and economic views. He writes in his book Yogasanan that his life's mission was to simply propagate yoga. Oh, amazing. In 20 years of his, in a span of 20 years, he trained more than 1 lakh yoga instructors and given yoga lessons to more than 2 lakh people, including people like Morarji Desai, Jayaprakash Narayan, impressive, Jagjeevan Ram, and of course, the Lady Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. He says in his concluding remark that India needs discipline, and yoga is the only way to infuse discipline among Indians. My friend, to be fair to Dhirendra Brahmachari, he did not exploit his chelas. Only people who exploited him to forward their own interests. However, it was clear as daylight to me that he and his feet in two, he had his feet in two different boats, the spiritual and the material, and would inevitably come to grief. You can't sail with one leg in the two different boats for very long. ये मस्जिद है, ये मैं खाना, ताज्जुब इस पे आता है, जनाबे शेख के नक्शे कदम यूं भी है और यूं भी. Here is the mosque and there the tavern. What amazes me is to see the imprints of the holy man's feet going from one to the other. I believe, my friends, it is the ambivalence in Dhirendra Brahmachari's character, the desire to get the best of the both worlds, that aroused the people's ire and jealousy. Same very people who admired him, they rejoiced him. They even rejoiced when he was taken off from the television and cohorted with pleasures when they read of his seizure of his gun factory and all his properties. Envy, among other ingredients, has a mixture of love and justice in it. My friend, we are more angry at undeserved than at the deserved good fortune, wrote Hazlitt. Most of us felt that Dhirendra of his time, anybody who reads, will feel the same what I am feeling now, that Dhirendra Brahmachari's fortune was undeserved. Has Dhirendra Brahmachari any friend left? Perhaps a few fence-setter. In his last times he had no friends at all. These fence-setter who fear that he may stage a comeback, only those who are with him. He was very clear in his last days, and he has learned that a fence flatterer and a back flatterer are one and the same person. It's a great lesson for us who praises those people who praises us on our faces. They are the same people who do the similar amount of backbiting when they are not with us. We, my friends, are a nation of fence-sitters, face flatterers, and backbiters. I could not find a yoga instructor, but I did find an interesting read, and I shall now start practicing yoga at least and try it on myself. Thank you very much.